The Fundamental Errors of Brexit, Benefit Planning, or rather the complete lack of it. I'm Mike Cashman. With Augusta Lees, I've written It's My Party and I'll Lie If I Want To, that seeks to expose the lies and deceit and idiocies of the Johnson and Truss governments, and there's 120 videos linked to this by QR codes. But this video is about the fundamental errors of Brexit, benefit planning, or as I say, the complete lack of it. Now, we've got used to Minister for Brexit Opportunities, attempt to recruit a Director of Brexit Opportunities, people searching for Brexit opportunities, Jacob Rees-Mogg saying, well, we'd have the signs in the Dartford Tunnel in yards rather than metres. I don't know if anybody is very excited about that. We've seen the Crown pints on pint glasses. But the Tory narrative seems to be, well, we're a little bit late looking for the Brexit opportunities, but we're getting round to it now. This was encapsulated by Jeremy Hunt talking to Laura Kuenssberg on Sunday morning, saying that within months of formally leaving the European Union, we had a once-in-a-century pandemic. And so the process of outlining the Brexit opportunities took a little bit longer. Now, I assume that he wasn't just talking about explaining to people what they'd already worked out, because they've had 2 years since then, which is long enough. I assume that what he meant was working out what the Brexit opportunities were. And that is the fundamental mistake. It's too late to start thinking about it at that point. I should know, in 1991, I suggested that the government guidance should include advanced planning of benefits for major initiatives. And in 1994, based doubtless on other people's suggestions as well as mine, that went into the government standard guidance for programme management, and in various editions it's been there since then. The point is that thinking about why you were doing something after you've done it is too late. Let's take an analogy. We've had many Brexit analogies, but let's imagine that we've moved house, and after moving house we're trying to work out what it is that we wanted from moving house. So we would like to have 4 bedrooms so that everybody has their own bedroom, has some privacy. We've only got 3. Well, I suppose we could extend. We'd like the house to be nice and quiet. We're next to the motorway. Well, we could install double glazing at extra cost that would make the house quieter, though the garden would still be noisy. We'd like to go for nice country walks straight from the house. We're in a completely built up area. There's not much we can do about that. It's too late to start thinking about those things then. It's too late after you've negotiated withdrawal to think what opportunities you are looking for, and therefore what you should be looking for in the withdrawal agreement. Now, okay, perhaps we allow that the negotiators weren't complete idiots. Maybe they had some idea of what they wanted, and you can have your own opinions on that. But the point is that the idea of taking into account what it is that we wanted was not evident. It wasn't written down. I mean, the government has a Benefits of Brexit report, 101 pages. I've read it all. And in some reports such as that, which is after the initiatives has happened, and you are saying, let's see what benefits we've already achieved and what further benefits we should be achieving, there should be a section in the report which says, here is what we wrote down in advance as to what we were hoping to achieve. Now, that section is not in the report. I'm not saying it's incomplete or faulty or whatever. It's just not there. It can't be magicked in. The thinking wasn't done or wasn't written down. I'm reminded of this picture of early in the negotiations, Barnier and team from the EU side with their ring binders and material ready, and David Davis and team with nothing on the table. Now, they might argue that it was all in their heads, that they knew what they were doing, but the evidence suggests otherwise. And by the way, this applies whatever benefits that you're talking about, whether they're monetary, intangible, values-based, whatever it is, they should have been clearly written down in advance. It's not just a question of being a little bit late. You've fundamentally missed the bus. And that's why many of the Brexit problems that were encountered were a complete surprise to the government. Kwasi Kwarteng saying nobody could have anticipated how the Northern Ireland Protocol could have turned out. Sorry, loads of us did. I was in the national press and in letters to the government identifying exactly the problems which have subsequently occurred. Now, whether the government are unaware of the mistakes that they're making, and Jeremy Hunt believes what he says, or whether they're actually completely aware but seeking to keep quiet about it, you can speculate. Either way, it isn't a good look. The evident failure to plan, failure to plan is planning to fail, as they say. Now, whether the government are completely unaware of this point and Jeremy Hunt believes what he is saying, or whether they are fully aware and are seeking to keep quiet the fact that they made a major cock-up with it, you can speculate as to which of those is true. Either way, it's not a good look. There's a clear absence of advanced planning that could have fed into the negotiation. And, if you're working with a number of people, you need to write these things down. You need to have them agreed, which Barnier did fully on the EU side. Otherwise, you don't know what you're doing and you won't get an effective result. Failure to plan is planning to fail, as they say. Anyway, Augusta Lees and I fully planned It's My Party and I'll Lie If I Want To, the Johnson edition. I must confess, we've bought out the Truss edition rather faster than we thought, but that's got a load more songs and poems exposing the Truss government as well as the Johnson government. As I said, with 120 QR codes that take you straight to videos of the song, poem, satire in question, maybe the wonderfully witty Augusta on her piano. Somebody you know would love to get this as a present from you, or just treat yourself. It's only £8.95. So you're watching the videos on the channel. Do support the channel by buying the book and say 120 QR codes to take you to videos. And if you scan this QR code, it will take you to where you can buy the book. So do support the channel by buying it. Thank you for your support.